Today's engagement was to have a conversation with the bureau chiefs here in Abuja of the different premium newspapers, as well as engage them on the frontiers from what is happening in Imo State and Imo brand, the Rebuild Imo project to be precise. And in this conversation, I had the privilege of talking to the bureau chiefs and the editors of The Sun, This Day newspaper, Daily Telegraph, Independent, The Guardian, Leadership. We also had papers like Blueprint newspaper, we also had Vanguard, we also had FRCN network, amongst others. One of the contrary narrative is the fact that over time what we have seen is the fact that the media space has become broadened, expanded, both on social media and on print media. However, I think it's a duty of media to also guide and influence the mindset, public opinion on issue-based conversations that will drive progressives and progression at the state level for their development. And so it was instructive for us to have that engagement, especially as we have just come out of the appeal victorious, thanks to the voices of Imo lives being affirmed at the Court of Appeal. It's been a journey. We're still on it, but the most important thing is that the voices of the people have outlived the distractions of some of the conversations that has perverted the space for a while now. And going forward, I know from that victory, His Excellency Right Honorable Ihedioha, he's reaffirming that this victory is for the Imolites, first of all, and secondly, that there will not be any going back to the times where people's voices no longer counted, especially as we saw that in past administrations, and that it's time to get up and work for us to see the Imo of our dreams, and which is already what it's doing. If you come to Imo right now, you'll see that Imo is now a construction site. In view of the infrastructural rehabilitation and infrastructural work that is ongoing there now. Going forward, again, I think one of the most important things I took away from this conversation with all the bureau chiefs is the fact that, you know, we need to move from a space of propaganda to issue-based solutions, especially in the media space. Looking at the fact that we live in a very political environment, yes. However, how do people get involved in development? It is by understanding what the issues are in government and understanding whose language is speaking progressively about enhancing the space that they live in. And I think that is what His Excellency Right Honorable Ihedioha is doing at the moment. And going forward, I beseech every Imolite in diaspora and even those in Nigeria across different states to understand that the Rebuild Imo project is about us. This is a state our children will inherit, our children's children will inherit. And whether we like it or not, East, West, home or South, home is the best and charity begins at home. And so we must make it a point of duty to reconnect to the vision of the Rebuild Imo project and contribute ideally through ideas and even through investments. Bring it back home. Let's see how we can open up the space as we have continued to see the faith in Imo by investors. And finally, I would want to say that we are not there yet, but I can assure you that through the administration of His Excellency Right Honorable Ihedioha, we are never going to go back to where we used to be. And that the future is not only bright, but has started today.